Hello there and welcome back to the Aztecs. Last time we did some teching and I guess we'll simply continue on that very same note. No real reason or not really anything else that I can do. What I could do potentially, as been mentioned, is take the innovative ideas for the technology cost minus 5%, but seeing how things are currently standing, that doesn't actually pose that much of a help. In the long run you'll save points, but that is in the very long run, because 5% of 600 is 30, and as such 1000 points the most you can save. You only save 30 to 50 points of tech. It costs 420 since I have the 5 counter information, 420 points to actually buy that, and the ideas themselves in my point of view aren't actually that good for what I'm trying to do. Prestige, don't really care about. Mercenaries later won't actually be useful. Technology costs would be useful right now, but not really later. Potentially a little bit, but not that much. This could be good if I really were the type of lady that completely relies on generals. In the early game it would be pretty damn good to have good generals, but not really that important to me, or I don't value it that high. Recruitment time, not really that important as well, because with a big empire you can simply recruit one troop in each province, then it doesn't even matter. This one is pretty sweet, but doesn't really help. Leaders without upkeep, don't really need that many. I don't really use leaders, as you know, so not really that important either. Advisor cost minus 25 is could be pretty good, but all in all the tree doesn't actually, to me, put itself in a very good light. To me it's better to focus on other things. I think religious ideas would actually be a better pick than the innovative, just for the pure purpose of getting better relations over time bonus once we actually start warring. What we really just need is to keep this guy alive, and this guy too, for that extent. I simply need good military rulers, that's all I need. That is the truth of the situation. As long as I have good military rulers, I'm pretty sure that I can catch up in tech, and as soon as I catch up in military tech and get my troops simply over to the mainland, it doesn't really matter at that stage, then everything is done. The problem here will be that the French blob is forming, the Austrians have a iron hold over the whole Roman Empire, which I'll probably end up having to fight. French inheriting Poland, not really that beneficial to me, as you might imagine. So there's a little bit of ups and downs here that needs to be dealt with. But Castille and France are bickering, and that is to my benefit. England has formed Great Britain, also to my benefit. So yeah, there's a lot of things that could happen here. Hopefully, Austria does something stupid, is kicked off the throne. They have actually vassalized an elector here, so and they're currently integrating that elector as well, which is also kind of interesting. But they still won't lose the throne simply from that. They'll be able to keep it. So we'll have to consider how we'll do this. Austria is definitely a high priority target. I still haven't actually figured out where the Amsterdam is, but I'm thinking it's Antwerpen. So I definitely have to focus on getting that one out of the grasp of the Austrians pretty quickly. I could potentially wait for the Netherlands, hope that they do they actually manage to break free, but it's a long shot with Austria currently in the state that it is. What I can hope for here is that the Ottomans actually end up causing Austria some trouble. Ottomans is definitely something that I would to some extent value as a natural ally in this game, simply due to the fact that I'll be taking this area, or some of it, and the Ottomans will basically be my hammer that'll hit from the east. Potentially Russia is also could be a good ally, but I need to get close to them, so going through the eastern seaboard simply to get a colony or a province next to them so I can get some bonuses towards alliance is another reason why I'm actually considering going westwards and fighting there first rather than sticking around in or going straight for Europe. But also the fact that I can get an eastern or a harbour in India to get the East India Trade Company is also a reason why I'm going that way. An extra merchant, extra cash, extra troops, it all adds up. But as I said, for the time being, colonizing North America and trying to keep everyone at bay is definitely my chief assignment or main focus. When it comes to actually getting over to Europe, Portugal and Castille will be my first targets, and that is usually simply because of the fact that they do have provinces in South and North America. Taking those will be beneficial to me. So basically going after Lisbon first, or Portugal first, Toledo. It would actually be quite beneficial if Castille managed to conquer Portugal and form Spain, because capital here, capital not here, means I can simply take these two and what, 2, 3, I can take 4 provinces and that's all I need. And basically that would be rather beneficial. London will be a hellhole to actually get, so it will be interesting to see how we work that out. But getting royal marriages with potentially France, Russia, the big guns, is definitely something that could benefit me. But for now, we'll just keep on colonizing and see how we wind up. Hopefully, we can catch them and attack fairly soon. So that's the plan. At this stage, I have the choice between going or filling out the expansion idea tree or actually going for diplomatic technology. I have my extra diplomats, so I think I'll actually go ahead and fill this one out, especially so I can get my permanent Castille against Asia. It's still a little bit of a gamble if I'll actually do stuff there, but colonist travel time will be helpful because it takes quite a while to actually get these guys just from A to B right now. So having them move fast is definitely of benefit. But I don't actually have an incentive to complete these ideas because, as you can see, they aren't that great, really. Trade steering plus 5%, that's virtually nothing. Manpower 5%, global trade power. It's simply generic ideas that are meant to actually, as far as I can see, make this harder. But I guess it also makes sense. But for now, once again, getting things going, colonies and all that is of the essence. And once that's done, we can continue or try to focus on other things. But for now, not really that much else I can do than just try and make things work. So we'll do that. But as I said, I'll probably go ahead and finish this diplomacy. But I'll probably not take any more ideas until I've actually caught up in military tech, more or less. As long as I had the neighbor bonus at minus 25%, I'll probably take up military. But once it gets to a little bit, how should I say, lower than that, about 15, I'll probably go for ideas instead, simply to try and utilize my points at best. And I'll probably not hire any military leaders. Saving points any way I can is probably what I will be doing. And on that, also that same note, I might as well go ahead and hire. Of course, we don't actually have the guy in the middle, so I'll wait until we get a level 2-1 and hire him instead. But economy-wise, military maintenance, turn that down, and yeah, I'll go ahead and hire a level 3 guy, simply to get a little bit of speed up in this, so that we can actually catch up before too long. So we'll see how that goes. But as I said, colonizing is top priority, and hopefully we can make things work to our advantage here. So we are in control because of our superior strength and our much leadership. Blah blah blah. We have ended up in a war against Castille and Congo. For now, we'll handle all negotiations. Once again, they're going after Shawnee. It takes way too long to actually annex these guys, so that's why we end up in a war with Castille here. And this is bad because, well, I still don't have the troops to challenge them. And last time they actually landed 30k doom stack in my lands. But I guess we can always give it a go. There's nothing less than that. So we'll try and fight this war. I should potentially go ahead also and, well, I guess we can keep with 5 colonies for now. We'll try and get this one finished ASAP. So I guess I'll borrow this guy, recall him. And we'll be sending him here simply to finish that colony fast, so I can have 4 going and not have to deal with any problems there. We'll also join up all our armies down here, and hopefully we can pull a victory out of the rabbit's hat. But we'll have to see here. Not really that much I can do. They'll most likely land in Shawnee, and that is kind of what I am banking on. But if we can just drag this war out, we might actually be able to pull a victory out of our hats. But still, they do have military tech 15, I believe. 16 now. And that means that they have 1, 2, 3 levels of troops above me. So I quite doubt that this will be a victory, but we can at least hope. Of course, during this time of war, my king dies. We have a new one. 414, no heir. Kind of bad, but not really anything to do with that. We'll also boost stability back up to 0. And hopefully, as you can see, we are doing some sieges, but I don't think it'll last for long. Castille has a lot of troops, and what we could potentially do is simply try and hold out and bet that France will attack. But as you can see, no casus belli, so I kind of think that's a long shot. No idea if they actually have. No, they don't actually have a trade war either. They do have a casus belli against Portugal, but I believe they are allied, but that's still a long shot by far. So we'll have to see what happens. They're actually allied with yeah. France and Portugal allied, so goodbye that long shot of a war. See, it still has a 10,000 transport ship there. Are there troops on it? That is my question. Seems like there are. No. Potentially not, so that's good. So we might actually be able to siege some of their colonies, but because of this is a colonial war, it shows superiority, and that is the best casus belli for them, but the worst for us. So we'll just go ahead and siege, and once they actually land, I'll show you the battles and how harshly they'll crush us, because I'm pretty sure they will. So we'll be interested to see if we can actually at all get anything out of this war, but I do seriously doubt it. We'll simply have to see how it goes. A new heir to the throne, of course we do get. We got it. To be honest, we are quite lucky here. Guatemala is a 236. A 6 military leader would be brilliant right now, so I can't complain on that score. The only thing that's kind of risky here, he is 0 years old and this guy is 50. The odds of this guy living till he's 65 is rather slim, so probably get a Regents Council. Hopefully it'll have a high military stat, but no really worries there. I haven't actually seen any Castilians yet, which is quite surprising. They're simply sieging, it seems, or blockading. But as you can see, I'm not actually getting any war score from actually taking their colonies, so it doesn't actually help at all. As you can see here, colonies 0.10. Their blockades is worth more than my sieges, and that is the reality, the harsh and cruel reality of the situation. So we'll just have to continue and wait. There is a little bit of a positive spot here. I will get Condotta infantry and Landsknechten along with 3 from Gallinays next level, but even so, as you can see, the Castilians have charge infantry, so they're still 3 levels ahead of me military wise, but at this rate we'll catch up rather soon. And also due to the fact that we are sieging colonies, I think they'll be getting a little bit of war exhaustion at the very least, so we can potentially keep this up for quite a while as long as they do not land troops. And as such, I'm not really that worried. But as you see, we can go up a level of military attack, and of course we'll do that. Military attack level 10 has been reached. The writer. Maneuver value of the units increased by 25%. Condotta, Landsknechten and Reform Galilei infantry has been released, along with we can now use better cannons and Schwarzreiter. So upgrade all across the board. We'll wait till the last day in March, and then we'll go ahead and upgrade here. I think we'll take the Landsknechten. They are fairly balanced, or seems to be the most balanced, but to be honest, that doesn't really matter. For now, we'll go ahead, just sort this out, try and siege all their colonies. As you can see, I'm pretty sure they aren't actually worth that much in peace deals either yet. Worth 2%, so I can basically screw over Castille in a huge manner once I can actually fight seriously against them. Simply take most of their colonies in one war, but of course, this is what will stop me, the overextension modifier, along with the fact that they need to be cored. So once again, we'll be sitting and waiting for Castilian troops to land. As expected, we did get that Regents Council already after a year. The Regents Council itself ain't that crappy in military state of things at level 4, but admin wise it kinda sucks. So another reason why we won't be taking innovative ideas, I think. But we'll boost ability back up to 0. We did of course get a pretender. And, well, other than that, not really that much. There are 10,000 Castilian troops here. They don't have a leader, so it could be actually interesting to try and hire one of our own to try and beat it. But for now, we'll be moving troops up there to try and fight. But once again, don't expect a victory here. That is not what I'm doing, because of the fact that they are rather powerful. That is simply the fact of things. I also believe that they will have a wider area of how should I put this? They will have a broader front than we do. I have no idea if my front's actually east-hand spaces. Let's see here. Ledger, military tech, I believe. Let's see here. Economy, military, regiment ships. Country. Not what I wanted to check, but kind of interesting because we are pretty high up on the income ladder. Score comparison, no. No. Nations technologies, no. I'm looking for the military page of your text, basically, here. So, let's see if I can That's simply armies, navies, national armies. There we have a technology overview. Combat width. I have 10 in width, so basically we can use the entire battlefield here. Any bigger army than that would actually put me at a disadvantage, so I'm happy that it didn't get more than that. How good is that pretender? That is something that I also should question myself before I kill him off. Yeah, kill him off. 110. I'm kind of surprised the pretender of that level actually managed to get some 4,000 men to follow him. So, he's dead. He's definitely dead. But yeah, we'll be marching up to Powhatan. And if we win that battle, I might actually be able to get out of this without losing too much. But we'll have to see how it turns out. Unfortunately, that's basically all I had time for. Unfortunately, we'll have to continue next time. Castille declaring war is kind of a bad thing. But last time we got away with it with just giving up some cores. And I think it won't be this cheap this time. So we'll have to try and bail our way out of this one some other way. But hopefully then we'll have Shawnee and Huron integrated, so Castille can't actually declare war on them. But we'll have to see. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment, praise, criticism, anything you feel like, and I'll see you around next time. Bye!